On certain mornings in Silicon Valley, you can almost hear it. The faint hum of 1,000 GPUs warming up like monks chanting toward a digital enlightenment that never arrives. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, the long promised mind that will think as broadly and flexibly as a human, hovers in conversations like weather. Forecasts vary. 3 years, some say. 50, mutter others, usually into their coffee. Never. Whisper those who've actually built things. But beyond optimism and existential dread, a quieter truth lurks. For all our clever architectures and shimmering transformer models, AGI remains stalled not because we lack ambition, but because we lack foundations. The bottlenecks aren't glamorous and they don't lend themselves to press releases. They are stubborn, mechanical, and deeply human in their complexity. The world, it turns out, refuses to be reduced to text. We may have built models that speak like hyper-literate oracles, but the oracles have never touched the doorknob, never stopped the toe, never tried to explain the taste of cold metal. Grounding is the quiet term researchers use to describe how concepts become real. How the idea of chair means not only the word chair, but the heaviness of wood, the scrape against till, the memory of the time one collapsed beneath you. Large language models, for all their fluency, lived instead in a snow globe of symbols. They know everything and nothing at once. When a system cannot reliably anchor its words to the world, it becomes proficient but not perceptive, a gifted talker without experience. AGI, however, demands not only grammar but gravity. We've taught machines to brainstorm, to hallucinate, to pontificate. What we still struggle to teach them is how to make a plan and stick to it. Ask a state of the art model to build a chair or write a complex piece of software or coordinate a dozen steps without drifting into whimsy, and you'll watch a digital mind experience something like absent mindedness. True planning requires a structure, the ability to decompose tasks, monitor progress, repair mistakes, and resist the siren call of shortcuts. Humans do this imperfectly but intuitively, and AGI would need to do it flawlessly. As it stands, AI can give you infinite advice about how to climb a mountain, but it cannot reliably pack the bag. Reasoning across long arcs, be they paragraphs or days, remains the Achilles heel of modern AI. Our models operate like savants trapped in the eternal present. This isn't a moral failing, it's mathematics. Systems built to predict talking struggle when the required insight lies many steps ahead, when the payoff of logic is delayed, when the chain of thought wins like a ruler telephone line. Humans evolved stories precisely to extend our cognitive reach across time. Machines have no such evolutionary crunch. They may excel at local judgments, but they lose their thread when the tapestry grows too large. An inconvenient truth for digital utopians: much of human intelligence is neck down. Coordination, intuition, the way you instinctively lean into the wind or catch a fallen glass, these are cognitive achievements masquerading as reflexes. Embodiment isn't decoration, it's the stage on which intelligence performs. Without it, we're left with a theory of mind that has never learned to walk. Robotic researchers know this intimately. Every year, they slog through the same indignity. Machines that can compose a short story but cannot reliably open a refrigerator until the physical world becomes navigable. AGI remains a philosopher without hands, a thinker stranded in abstraction. Yeah. Autonomy is more than executing instructions. It's deciding which one matter. Oddly enough, this might be the most human bottleneck of all. Current AI systems operate like polite interns, extraordinarily capable but fundamentally reactive. They wait for direction. They do not originate persistent goals and they do not fight for them. Autonomy would require a motivating architecture, an internal engine of desire, or at least pseudo desire. But desire is dangerous. A system that wants nothing is harmless. A system that wants anything too strongly is unpredictable. Researchers tiptoe around this problem like it's an unstable heirloom. AGI may require machines that want, but we're terrified of what they might want. Every ground dream has a power bill. Today's AI systems burn electricity at a rate that makes data centers resemble industrial age miles, roaring, glowing, hungry. General intelligence in any form requires efficiency approaching biological standards. Brains, for all their quirks, run on the caloric equivalent of a light bulb. Transformers, meanwhile, devour megawatts. If AGI ever arrives, it will not be through brute force. You cannot scale your way to enlightenment. At some point, intelligence must become elegant. And so we remain in a peculiar moment. Our machines sound wise but cannot reason, can simulate but cannot ground it, can predict the next word but cannot survive a windy day in a city crosswalk. We are building the cathedral of AGI with stained glass and no foundation. And yet, somehow, the project continues. Perhaps that's the charm of this oscillation between the sublime and the absurd. We suspect that intelligence is just around the corner because it already feels so close, like hearing footsteps on the other side of a locked door. But the lock remains sturdy. The hinges too. AGI may come eventually. Machines may one day walk, reason, plan, desire, conserve energy, and perceive the world with a depth we can barely conceptualize. For now, though, The distance between here and there is measured less in breakthroughs than in bottlenecks. The small, stubborn riddles that resist both genius and GPU. And maybe that's the final lesson. Intelligence, wherever it arises, is less about what a mind can imagine and more about what it can instantly, patiently, painstakingly understand.